Stop the $150,000 brain fog lie stealing your life savings. Most people fight brain fog with puzzles and brain games, but the sharpest 1% fix their fuel, light, and legs first. I dug through piles of real memory care bills, and one pattern kept punching me in the gut. Tiny slips turn into paid supervision, then into a locked monthly cost you can't escape. The reason your head feels slow isn't just age. It's a quiet fuel switch your brain never asked for. In the next few minutes, I'll show you a 1960s nutrient play that kept minds clear and wallets intact. $1 a day spoon of cod liver oil for DHA plus vitamins A and D, eggs for choline to make acetylcholine, and minerals to keep your brain's spark steady. Add simple legwork to pump BDNF, your growth signal. Miss this and you risk falling into a $150,000 memory care sinkhole. Stay independent. Enjoy life to the fullest. Trust me on this one. The $150,000 memory care trap. Let's be honest here, forgetting a name or hunting for keys feels small until it is. One slip becomes friction. Friction invites help. Help becomes supervision. And boom, your normal week now has a care plan, staff notes, and a bill you never planned for. Here's the money side, clear and simple. In 2024-2025, the median memory care bill runs roughly $6,160 to $8,000 per month, with a $3,000 plus entry fee up front. That first month can hit like a down payment. Month 2 shows up again like clockwork. If your nest egg is $300,000, you're looking at 3 to 4 years before fees, meds, and inflation chew up the rest. It's not hard to see how $150,000 disappears by year 3, with zero joy added back. But the trap isn't just dollars, it's a body loop. More supervision usually means you move less, and your legs weaken. Weak legs mean worse glucose control and less blood flow. That cuts BDNF, the brain's grow and repair signal. With less BDNF, learning slows, plasticity drops, and the small slips start stacking. That drives more supervision, which makes you move even less. That's the loop. There's a quiet tax too, identity. Hobbies fade because it's easier to stay home. Travel funds morph into care level increases. A spouse turns from partner to manager. Adult kids juggle meds, portals, and guilt. Church Sunday feels heavy. Game night vanishes. Gardening waits for later. You're not broken, you're just underfueled, underlit, and undermoved. Now here's the belief breaker. It's just aging sounds reasonable, but it's often a fuel and timing problem. Your brain runs on clean membranes, DHA, a focus signal, acetylcholine, stable electricity minerals, and a growth cue, BDNF. Swap breakfast dessert for protein, add minerals, get morning light, and turn your legs on. Watch how fast names land. I've seen late 70s folks flip mornings in 2 weeks. No boot camp, no biohacking lab coat. So what's pushing decline? Seed oils everywhere, dressings, crackers, healthy snacks crowd out DHA and gunk up cell membranes. Breakfast has turned into sugar on sugar. Nights glow blue from screens, rooms run too warm, we sit a lot. When legs don't push, blood sugar swings and the brain gets sluggish fuel. Apps can sharpen a trick, sure, but if the gas tank, spark, and battery are low, the trick won't stick. Let me open a real-life cost curve. Year 1, you're mostly fine, but your partner is now the pill sorter, the driver after dark, the double checker of stoves. That's unpaid care, time, and stress taken from the person you love. Year 2, assessment, a $3,000 community fee, base rate near $7,000 plus med management. Wander risk, locked unit premiums. The invoice has no mercy. Year 3, higher needs, more hands, more bumps. That's your $150,000 gone. And there's the plasticity tax. Less movement means less BDNF. Less BDNF means learning stalls. Even your brain games feel like pushing a car with the parking brake on. The fix isn't fancy, it's order. Fuel first, then drills. Minerals first, then focus. Light first, then sleep. Legs first, then memory. When those click, life clicks. Names stick, steps feel safe. The remote lives where you meant to put it. Nobody's asking you to flip your life. The 1960s blueprint is boring and powerful. A spoon of cod liver oil for DHA plus vitamins A and D, eggs for choline to make acetylcholine, your brain's talk to me messenger. Real mineral salt to steady your spark. Leafy greens, canned fish, simple protein, 5 minutes of morning light, 8 minutes of chair to stairs to pump BDNF. Do that and the loop spins the right way. Because here's the stakes escalation. Good thumbnails get the click, real retention saves your channel. In health, a clever app gets a high score, real fuel saves your independence. Skip this and you'll pay in cash, time, and identity. Nail this and you keep your keys, your calendar, and your cash. Picture your retention graph flat or rising. That's your day when fuel, light, minerals, and legs align. Imagine a life where friends visit and you remember their names without effort. You finish the stairs without grabbing both rails. You book the trip, not the locked unit. That's the real payoff. Stay independent, enjoy life to the fullest. You've got this. The 1960s Brain First Nutrient Blueprint. So what changed after the 1960s that made our heads feel slower while bills shot up? Two big flips. We swapped butter and animal fats for giant jugs of seed oils, and we turned breakfast into dessert. That combo wrecked our membranes, spiked and crashed our sugar, and left the brain short on DHA, choline, and minerals. Add less sun, later nights, and more sitting, and you get fog, not focus. The 1960s play is boring and it works. Start with eggs. 2 most mornings gives you choline, which your body turns into acetylcholine, the press-play signal for memory and muscle. People feel fast, steadier focus, smoother word recall, better grip on directions. It's not hype, it's parts and wiring. Next is the dollar oil nobody wants to talk about, cod liver oil. 1 teaspoon with a meal gives you DHA plus vitamins A and D in 1 spoon. DHA is the structural fat your neurons love. Think better padding in the brain's wiring so signals move clean and quick. Vitamin A supports vision and immune balance. Vitamin D helps mood, muscle, sleep timing, and calcium handling. Together, they feed the system that keeps memories online. Now the spark minerals. Sodium, potassium, magnesium. These are your on-off switches. Low sodium, you stand up and the world tilts. Low potassium, your heart rhythm and focus get jumpy. Low magnesium, tight muscles, poor sleep, anxious buzz. Real salt on real food, a pinch of mineral salt and water, leafy greens, beans, yogurt, salmon, nuts, cacao, and maybe magnesium glycinate with dinner. That's your steady current. Tie all of this to legs, because legs send what food builds. 8 minutes of chair to stairs right after a protein meal pumps blood, clears glucose, and spikes BDNF, the let's grow signal for your brain. It's not a gym program, it's a delivery system. Food loads the truck, minerals turn on the headlights, light sets the map, and your legs drive it to the brain. Let me lay it out simple. Breakfast template: 2 eggs, a pile of greens, olive oil, and salt. If eggs aren't your thing, cottage cheese with berries and a pinch of salt works. If you want savory, leftover meat with tomatoes and greens is great. Protein first, sugar last. The oil: 1 teaspoon cod liver oil with breakfast or lunch. Keep it in the fridge. Lemon or orange flavor if taste bugs you. Liquid is easiest. Capsules are fine if the dose matches. Don't cook with it. Don't leave it warm. If it smells funky, bin it. Minerals: start the day with 12-16 ounces of water, a tiny pinch of mineral salt, and lemon. Salt your real food to taste. Aim for a potassium source each meal: potatoes, beans, leafy greens, tomato paste, yogurt, or salmon. If cramps or poor sleep show up, try magnesium glycinate with dinner. Check meds with your doctor if you're on diuretics, heart drugs, or have kidney issues. Light: 5 minutes outside within an hour of waking. Sunglasses off if you can. That starts the melatonin timer for tonight and lifts your morning focus. Legs: after breakfast or lunch, do the 8-minute chair to stairs. Sit to stands, calf pumps, step-ups while holding a rail, hip hinges, side steps, slow marches, slow reps, no heroics. Stable beats brave. Why this stack beats fancy pills? We're fixing fuel quality, timing, and delivery at the same time. Seed oils out, stable fats in, DHA to rebuild membranes, choline to fire messages, minerals for the spark, light for the clock, legs to deliver and grow. Apps and drills can polish later. First, we make the engine run. Common mistakes people make. Keeping healthy dressings with soybean or canola oil. Check labels. If seed oils are top 3, swap for olive oil, lemon, salt, and a dab of mustard. 1 minute, done. Cereal and juice mornings: flip it. Protein first or you chase snacks all day. Clear pea all day, that's often low minerals. Use the pinch of salt water once or twice, salt real food, and add potassium foods. Late night glow: dim the house 2 hours before bed, use lamps, put phones face down, cool the room, finish dinner 3 hours before sleep. Skipping legs on tired days: that's when you need 3 minutes most. 10 sit to stands, done. It flips your blood flow and brain. How fast can this feel real? In a week, steadier mornings and fewer head rushes. In 2 weeks, names land faster and 3 p.m. is quieter. In 4 weeks, stairs feel calmer, sleep is deeper, and the remote is where you meant to put it. Here's your quick start for the next 7 days. Day 1, pull seed oils. Swap for butter, olive oil, or tallow. Start half teaspoon cod liver oil with a meal. Day 2, mineral water in the morning. Repeat the oil. do 8 minutes of legs after breakfast. Day 3, 2 eggs and greens for breakfast, 5 minutes of morning light. Day 4, check 5 labels, kill 2 seed oil items, make a 1-minute dressing. Day 5, cod liver oil moves to 1 teaspoon, legs right after breakfast or lunch. Day 6, potassium at every meal, magnesium with dinner if cramps or poor sleep. Day 7, keep the rhythm, notice late morning clarity. Boring, cheap, repeatable, that's the 1960s blueprint. Fuel it, spark it, time it, send it, and keep your keys, your calendar, and your cash. Stakes elevation, the cost of doing nothing. So let's walk the path most people take when they shrug and say, I'm fine. Year 1 feels manageable. You're still driving, still cooking, still doing your thing, just slower. Your partner starts laying out pills, driving after dark, checking the stove twice. That's unpaid care. It costs time, nerves, and sleep. Your hobbies start to slide because it's easier to stay home. Church feels like work. Garden beds wait. Friends stop by less because you cancel more. You tell yourself it's age, but it's really low fuel, low spark, and no BDNF push from your legs. Year 2 is where the bills show up. You get an assessment, then a community fee, $3,000 or more just to get through the door. The base rate lands near $7,000 a month, sometimes more. Add med management. If you wander at night, you're looking at a locked unit premium. The invoice hits like clockwork. There's no mercy note at the bottom. Meanwhile, you're moving less, which means weaker legs, worse glucose control, and even lower BDNF. Your plasticity drops. Names smear. Simple lists feel heavy. Supervision expands just to be safe. Year 3 tightens the screws. More help for dressing, bathing, transfers, escorts to meals. Levels rise, so do rates. Your $300,000 nest egg burned fast. It's not hard to watch $150,000 vanish by the 3rd year with nothing joyful coming back. And the quiet cost is bigger than cash: identity. You're now on a plan, not on your own plan. Your spouse is a manager, not a partner. Adult kids juggle portals, refills, and fear. Even happy calls feel tense. What does it feel like day to day? Wobbly on the stairs, a hand locked to the rail, a 3 p.m. crash that makes you say no to the park, a name on the tip of your tongue that never lands. Sleep that looks like enough but acts like junk because the late night glow shoved your melatonin back. You wake up fine, then lose the morning. By 10 a.m. you try a brain game. The score goes up, your life doesn't change, because tricks don't stick when the tank is empty and the spark is low. Now picture the flip if you do one tiny thing right now. You switch the oil, add eggs, sip mineral water, take a teaspoon of the dollar oil with lunch, and do 8 minutes of chair to stairs. You step outside for 5 minutes of light. In 7 days the morning fog thins. In 2 weeks names stop slipping as often. In 4 weeks the stairs feel saner and you sleep deeper. That's not a miracle, that's mechanics. Here's the hard truth: doing nothing is a choice with a price tag and a time tax you don't see until it's too late. Doing a little daily is also a choice with a payoff you feel inside a week. Keep your keys, not a care level. Keep your calendar, not a clipboard. Stay independent. Enjoy life to the fullest. Trust me on this one, you've got this. Belief breaker: why brain games alone don't work. Let's be honest here, puzzles feel safe. You tap a few tiles, match a shape, hit a high score, and think, nice, I'm sharper. But if your brain's fuel is off, those drills are like polishing a car with no gas and a dead battery. The engine doesn't care how clean the hood is. Skill needs energy, memory needs parts. Apps train a trick, they don't build the system that powers it. Here's what actually runs your recall. Clean membranes so signals move fast. DHA from cod liver oil helps there. A focus messenger so thoughts press play. That's acetylcholine from egg choline. Steady electricity, minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. And the growth cue that tells your brain, hey, let's lay new tracks. BDNF from your legs. If any one of those is low, the trick you learn at 7 p.m. leaks out by morning. Not willpower, just biology. Think Netflix. You know how a cliffhanger pulls you into one more episode? That's energy plus plasticity. When your minerals are low, your DHA is missing, and your legs have been parked all day, the one more pull isn't there. Your brain isn't lazy, it's underfueled. Flip the order: fuel, light, legs, then drills. You'll feel the difference the very same day. Let me show you how this lands in real life. Carol wanted to sing without a binder. She used 2 memory apps for a month. Scores went up, lyrics didn't stick. Breakfast, toast and juice. She feared salt. She sat all morning. We flipped it: 2 eggs and greens with a pinch of mineral salt, 1 teaspoon of cod liver oil with lunch, 5 minutes of morning light, and 8 minutes of chair to stairs right after breakfast. Then a tiny recall practice: sing the first lines while standing tall. 2 weeks later the words held. Same brain, new fuel, new spark, new delivery. You've probably felt this on your good days. Sleep landed, you got outside early, ate protein first, moved your legs, and boom, names came faster. That's not motivation. That's acetylcholine doing its job and BDNF opening the door. On the flip side, snacky day, late coffee, bright screens at night, even a simple list feels like climbing a hill in sand. While you might think use it or lose it means more puzzles, my take is fuel it, then use it. The research direction is clear. Leg work and simple strength lift cognition in older adults because blood flow and BDNF rise together. So stack your drills right after you move and eat, not before. The window is hot for 30-60 minutes. Use it. Here's where most people mess up. They do brain apps at 7 p.m. under bright blue light after a sweet dinner while sitting still. That is a retention killer. Your clock is winding down, blood sugar is wobbling, minerals are low. Flip it. Get 5 to 10 minutes of morning light. Eat 2 eggs with color and salt. Do 3 to 8 minutes of chair to stands, calf pumps, or rail-supported step-ups. Then do 5 minutes of recall, names of friends, items for the store, streets on your walk out loud. You'll lock more in with less time. If you only have time for one pre-drill move, make it legs. 3 minutes of slow sit to stands plus a few sips of mineral water is enough to flip the switch. Then practice one tiny thing that actually shows up in your day. Trust me on this one, apps or polish. Fuel, light, minerals, and legs are the engine. Do the engine first and the polish shines. Stay independent. Enjoy life to the fullest. You've got this. Food fixes that calm brain fog fast. Alright, let's build the plate that clears the haze and keeps it gone. We're not chasing tricks, we're fixing fuel so your brain actually runs. The goal is simple: better fats, steady protein, real minerals, and timing that keeps you smooth all day. Do this right and your morning feels clean, your steps feel safe, and names stop slipping. First move, fire the seed oils. Corn, soy, canola, cottonseed, vegetable oil. Those big jugs gunk up your cell membranes and crowd out DHA. Check your usual suspects: salad dressing, mayo, hummus, crackers, roasted nuts, healthy bars. If soybean or canola is in the top 3 ingredients, swap it. Use butter, ghee, olive oil for low medium heat, and beef tallow for high heat. For dressing, whisk olive oil, lemon, salt, pepper, and a dab of mustard. 60 seconds, done. Fragile oils gone, cleaner signals in. Next, anchor every plate with a dead simple template: protein, color, fiber, and a pinch of mineral-rich salt. Protein first: eggs, canned salmon or sardines, chicken thighs, beef, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. Color means plants you can name: spinach, arugula, tomatoes, peppers, broccoli, berries. Fiber mostly rides with those, but beans or chia help if you like them. Salt with a real mineral salt: Redmond, Celtic, or Himalayan, so your food tastes alive and your spark stays steady. Breakfast is the trouble spot for most people. If you start with cereal, toast, juice, or sweet yogurt, you spike, you crash, you snack. Flip it. 2 eggs with a pile of greens, a splash of olive oil and salt. Or go cottage cheese with berries, cacao, and a pinch of salt. Not hungry early? Fine, have a smaller protein bite, then eat a real lunch. The rule is protein first, sugar last. You'll feel that shift by mid-morning: less shaky, more on. Hydration isn't just water, it's water your cells can use. Clear pee all day often means low minerals, not perfect. In the morning, sip 12-16 ounces of water with a tiny pinch of mineral salt and a squeeze of lemon. It should taste barely salty, not like soup. If you want a light DIY electrolyte, add a small splash of orange juice. That's your spark bottle. Use it once, maybe twice on hot days or after a walk. Let's stock the cart so this is easy. Grab a dozen eggs, cans of wild salmon or sardines, leafy greens, spinach, arugula, frozen mixed veggies, Greek yogurt, a rotisserie chicken, oats, berries, olive oil, mineral salt, almonds or walnuts, 85% dark chocolate if you want to square at night. 1 bottle of cod liver oil lives in the fridge. That cart buys you a week of steady mornings. What about lunch and dinner? Keep the template. Lunch could be salmon mixed with olive oil, lemon, salt, and tomato over greens plus cucumber slices. Dinner could be chicken thighs roasted on a sheet pan with frozen veggies sautéed in butter and garlic. Seasoned so it tastes good. If you're on blood pressure meds or have kidney issues, loop in your doctor about salt. Salting whole foods is not the same as blasting chips. Build bridge snacks that won't spike you. Try a hard-boiled egg with salt, Greek yogurt with walnuts and cinnamon, cheddar with apple slices, sardines on cucumber if you're bold. When bored hungry hits, drink mineral water first and wait 2 minutes. Thirst loves to dress up as hunger. Common mistakes to dodge. Keeping heart healthy: dressing with soybean oil. Read labels. If seed oil is top 3, swap. Skipping protein at breakfast, then grazing all day. Drinking plain water all evening, then peeing all night. Move minerals to the morning. Going low fat everywhere, then craving sugar at 9 p.m. Add real fat to real food. Forgetting to salt whole foods, then face planting into salty snacks later. Speedrun menu ideas. Fast breakfast: 2 eggs, spinach, olive oil, salt, or cottage cheese, berries, cacao, pinch of salt. Fast lunch: canned salmon bowl, olive oil, lemon, salt, tomato, greens. Fast dinner: chicken thighs, buttered veggies, salt, pepper, maybe a small potato with butter and salt for potassium. Treat: 1 square of dark chocolate after dinner, not before. 7-day jumpstart you can do right now. Day 1: pull seed oils. Swap in butter, olive oil, tallow. Start half teaspoon cod liver oil with a meal. Day 2: add the morning mineral water. Keep the swap. Notice your steady mood. Day 3: 2-egg breakfast with greens and salt. 5 minutes of morning light. Day 4: read 5 labels. Kill 2 seed oil items. Make that 1-minute dressing. Day 5: up the oil to 1 teaspoon. Lunch or breakfast, your pick. Taste should be mild. Day 6: add a potassium source at every meal. Potatoes, beans, greens, yogurt, tomato paste. Day 7: keep the rhythm. Notice the cleaner late morning focus. Tiny pro tips. Keep olive oil away from heat and light. Cap it tight. Don't cook with cod liver oil, ever. If the oil smells fishy like a dock in July, trash it. Fresh should be mild. Pair salty broth at lunch on busy days. It calms that 3 p.m. slump. Eat protein, then move your legs for 3 minutes. Food loads the truck, legs deliver. Make it boring, make it daily. Fuel first, then everything else gets easier. Names land, stairs feel sane, you feel like you again. The $1 forgotten oil protocol. Alright, let's dial in the dollar oil and make it work for you without any drama. Cod liver oil isn't trendy. It's the boring classic your grandparents kept because it flat out delivered. DHA for clean membranes plus vitamins A and D in 1 spoon. That's wiring, spark, and timing in a single move. Used right, it smooths your mornings, steadies night vision, and helps names land faster. Used wrong, it sits in the pantry and stares at you. Here's the simple why. DHA is the structural fat your neurons love. It keeps cell membranes flexible so signals fire fast, not sluggish. Vitamin A supports vision, immune balance. Vitamin D helps mood, muscle strength, sleep timing, and calcium handling. Stack that with real food and legs and your recall stops slipping. It's not magic, it's parts your brain has been waiting for. Your starter dose is 1 teaspoon per day with a meal. New to it or sensitive stomach? Begin with half a teaspoon for 3 to 4 days, then slide up. Morning or lunch is best for most folks because vitamin D can feel a bit alerting late. Always take it mid-meal with protein and a touch of fat: eggs, yogurt, salmon, chicken, so it sits well and you avoid fishy repeats. If you still get burps, chill the bottle and take your spoon in the middle of the meal, not at the end. Quality matters more than hype. Pick a brand that lists actual DHA per serving plus vitamins A and D on the label and look for third-party testing. Lemon or orange flavors help a lot. Liquid is cheap and simple. Capsules are fine if the dose matches 1 teaspoon. Store it cold and dark. Fridge is perfect. Heat light and oxygen wreck it fast. If it smells like a dock in July, it's done. Fresh oil smells mild and tastes like soft fish with citrus, not low tide. Timing turns a good protocol into a great one. Take the oil, then use your legs within an hour. Even 3 to 8 minutes of chair to stairs ramps blood flow, clears glucose, and spikes BDNF so your brain actually uses what you just fed it. Food loads the truck, oil upgrades the parts, legs deliver to the brain. That tiny stack is your daily send button. Safety check, important, so don't skip it. If you're on blood thinners, diabetes meds, or blood pressure meds, talk to your doctor first. Cod liver oil can slightly thin blood and shift how you handle glucose and pressure. Because it already contains vitamins A and D, don't megadose. 1 teaspoon daily is the lane. If you're taking high-dose vitamin D, adjust with your clinician. Fish allergy, pregnancy, nursing, get a green light or choose a different path. What should you feel and when? Week 1 usually brings steadier mornings, calmer eyes, and fewer sharp drops in energy. Week 2, names arrive faster, mood smooths out, and night vision feels friendlier. By week 4, late morning focus locks in, keys live where you left them, and sleep quality nudges up, especially if you're grabbing 5 minutes of morning light. This is a quiet build, not fireworks. Common mistakes to avoid. Buying a jug you'll never finish. Oxygen ages oil once you open it. Get a size you'll use in 1 to 2 months. Cooking with it, heat ruins the good stuff, spoon only. Chasing with hot coffee, heat amplifies fish taste. If you want a sip, make it cool water first. Doubling up when you forget a day, don't stack doses, just take your normal spoon tomorrow. You already do. Tie the spoon to your breakfast plate or to the moment you open your lunch container. Keep the bottle where you'll see it, front of the fridge, not a back corner. Pair it with eggs most days to stack choline for acetylcholine on top of DHA. That's message plus membrane at the same meal. Add a pinch of mineral salt to your morning water and you've got the spark to match. Fast start routine you can run this week. Day 1 3/2 teaspoon with breakfast or lunch mid-meal, 3 minutes of sit to stands after. Day 4 7 1 teaspoon, same timing, 8-minute chair to stairs after your meal twice this week. Day 8 plus, keep at 1 teaspoon daily. If taste bugs you, switch to citrus flavor or capsules that equal the same dose. Travel tweak, pour a few servings into a small, dark glass dropper bottle, keep it cool, and use it within a week. If that's not possible, run capsules short-term and switch back to liquid at home. Signals it's working: fewer "where are my keys" moments, smoother mood around lunch, names landing by late morning, stairs feel calmer, and your eyes aren't as touchy with night glare. If none of that shows by week 4, audit the stack. Are you still cooking with seed oils, skipping eggs, drinking plain water all day, scrolling late, or doing zero leg work? Fix the order: fuel, oil, legs, light, minerals, and the needle moves. Nobody's asking you to love the taste. We just want the win. 1 spoon, 1 short leg block. Most days, boring beats fancy. Your brain doesn't need fireworks, it needs parts, timing, and delivery. Take the spoon, move your legs, keep your mornings clear, and keep your cash in your pocket. You've got this. Legs to brain, your built-in battery. So now we flip the switch. Your legs aren't just for walking, they're your built-in battery. When your calves, quads, and hips work, they push blood where it needs to go, clear extra glucose, and tell your brain to release BDNF, the let's grow signal that helps memory stick. No gym, no gear, just a sturdy chair, a stair rail, and 8 clean minutes right after a protein meal so food loads the truck and your legs deliver. Here's the exact routine, nice and simple. First, 2 minutes of sit to stands. Scoot to the front of a sturdy chair, feet under knees, chest tall, eyes forward. Stand up slowly while you squeeze your butt, then sit with control, no plopping. Breathe out as you rise, in as you lower, count 2 up, 3 down. Hands can help if needed, cross your arms if it's easy. This lights your quads and glutes, your blood flow pedals. Next, 1 minute of calf pumps. Stand, hands on the chair for balance, rise onto your toes, lower your heels with a soft tap. Smooth, not bouncy, toes straight ahead. Your calves act like a second heart, pushing blood up to the brain. Feel that gentle burn? Good, that's the pump you want. Now 2 minutes of step-ups. Find a low stair and hold the rail, right foot up, left to meet it, right down, left down, small, tidy steps. Switch your lead foot halfway, chest tall, don't yank with your arms. If stairs feel risky, use a low-step platform or even a thick book near the counter. The goal is gentle climbing, not hill sprints. Then 1 minute of hip hinges. Feet hip width, knees soft. Push your hips back like you're closing a drawer with your butt, then stand up tall and squeeze your glutes. Hands can slide along your thighs for cues. This wakes your hamstrings and resets your posture so you breathe deeper, more oxygen, clearer head. Follow with 1 minute of lateral steps. Hands on a counter, step right then right again, left then left again. Slow, controlled side shuffles. Keep knees soft, feet parallel. This hits your glute med, the muscle that keeps you from wobbling when you turn. Strong glute med equals safer stairs, steadier head turns, calmer brain. Finish with 1 minute of slow marches. Hold a rail if you want. Lift one knee toward hip height, pause, set it down soft, switch sides, ribs down, eyes level. This blends balance, core, and rhythm. Your brain loves rhythm, think of it as a metronome for focus. Breathe slow and steady. That's 8 minutes. If you want a tiny bonus, do 3 long, slow exhales like you're fogging a window. That nudges your nervous system into calm focus, which pairs with the BDNF bump we just triggered. Sip a little mineral water, smile, you just sent nutrients to your brain. A few gold standard cues. Slow the lowering phase, control builds strength. Feet straight, toes out makes knees cave in. Use the rail, stable beats brave every time. Pain is a hard no, shrink the motion or swap the move. Common mistakes. Holding your breath, whisper out as you stand. Locking your knees, keep a tiny bend. Rushing, 8 mindful minutes, 20 sloppy ones. Doing this right after a huge meal, give it 20 minutes. When do you run it? Aim for daily, 5 days a week still wins. Best time is after breakfast or lunch paired with your cod liver oil. Tie it to a cue you already do, coffee mug down, legs on. Humans run on rhythm, make this automatic. What should you feel this week? By day 3, steadier stands and less woozy head when you rise. By week 2, safer stairs and fewer grab the rail moments. Names arrive faster because blood flow and BDNF show up on time. By week 4, posture holds itself and that 3 p.m. crash goes quiet. Want to triple your wins? Add microbursts after meals. 10 sit-to-stands after breakfast, 10 calf pumps after lunch, a 2-minute hallway walk after dinner. These tiny moves flatten sugar spikes and keep nutrients moving. Think of them as postage stamps. You already wrote the letter with food and oil, now you make sure it gets delivered. If balance is your worry, start with more rails, smaller steps, and a lower march. You can also practice a 30-second feet together stance at the counter. If that's easy, try heel to arch semi-tandem for 20 seconds each side. Tiny balance snacks build big confidence. Traveling or busy? Do the minimum viable set, 3 minutes of slow sit-to-stands, then 30 seconds of calf pumps. It's enough to flip the switch on low days. Nobody's asking you to be a hero. We're asking you to be steady. Look, apps polish skills, legs power learning. Your legs are the send button, press it daily. Pair it with your Egan-Doyle rhythm. Keep your mornings clean, your steps safe, and your memory online. Stay independent, enjoy life to the fullest. You've got this. Sleep in light to reset the clock. So now we set the clock that tells your brain when to be sharp and when to coast. Light is your on switch, darkness is your off. Sleep is the cleanup crew. When the timing slips, everything feels harder. Focus, balance, mood, even appetite. The fix is simple, fast, and cheap. Start outside. Get 5 to 10 minutes of morning light within an hour of waking. Don't stare at the sun, just be out there with your eyes open and your sunglasses off if you can. That light hits cells in your eyes that talk straight to your brain's clock. Your brain replies, "Sweet, we're awake," and starts a 14-16 hour timer for melatonin tonight. That one move lifts morning focus and sets up real sleep later. Now defend your evenings. 2 hours before bed, dim the house. Lamps on, overheads off. Phone on night mode and face down. TV brightness lower. Warm, cozy light tells your body we're landing soon. If you must check a message, do it under a lamp at shoulder height, not under a bright ceiling light. You're guarding melatonin like it's gold, because it kind of is. Cool and dark make sleep deeper. Drop the thermostat a notch or crack a window. Use blackout curtains or a simple sleep mask if light leaks in. Try to finish dinner about 3 hours before you hit the pillow. Big late meals make your heart race and your sleep light. It's like trying to land a plane on a short runway, loud and bumpy. Pick a caffeine cutoff and honor it. Noon or 1 p.m. works for most. I fall asleep fine doesn't mean caffeine isn't wrecking your 2 a.m. wake up. If you want an evening ritual, sip a tiny cup of chamomile or warm magnesium cocoa, 2 sips, not a giant mug. The ritual is the magic, not the drink. Here's a tiny night drink I love: warm water, a squeeze of lemon, and a tiny pinch of mineral salt. Small glass. It calms the nerves and keeps you from waking up thirsty. If you take magnesium glycinate, pair it with dinner so it relaxes muscles without causing a bathroom sprint at midnight. Why does one late night scroll wreck recall tomorrow? Because deep sleep is when your brain does housework, clears waste, resets insulin, files memories. Blue light at 10:30 p.m. delays melatonin and clips that deep sleep window. You wake up fine, but names smear, balance wobbles, and sugar cravings bark. 1 late night won't break you, 3 a week will. Weekends are the usual sabotage. Sleeping in 2 hours on Saturday shifts your clock forward, so Sunday night you're wide awake and Monday morning is a mess. Keep your wake-up time the same daily. If you're tired, take a 20-minute nap before 3 p.m. Protect the anchor, the rest lines up. Tie this to the stack you've already built. Morning light makes your cortisol rise on time, so the Egan-Doyle breakfast hits like it should. It also makes that 8-minute leg block feel easier because your energy is naturally high in the morning. Even your mineral rhythm lands better when the clock is right. Think of it like office hours for your brain: work hard early, wind down late. Common slip-ups to dodge. Blasting the kitchen lights at 9 p.m. Use lamps. Late, heavy dinners. Aim to finish 3 hours before bed. Hot showers right before lights out. Do it an hour earlier so you have time to cool. Endless nighttime water. Front-load minerals in the morning, then sip light at night. Phone in bed. Charge it outside the room, or at least face down on airplane mode. What should this feel like this week? You'll fall asleep faster, wake up less at 2 a.m. and feel a clean focus window mid-morning. Names land easier because deep sleep stitched them in. Stairs feel safer because your balance system recovers at night. Mood steadies, cravings quiet down, not magic, just timing. Your quick start. Tomorrow morning, 5 minutes outside within an hour of waking. Tonight, lamps on, screens dim, room cool, dinner earlier. Set a caffeine cutoff and a fixed wake-up time, keep both all week. Tiny night drink, warm water, lemon, pinch of mineral salt. If you wake in the night, breathe 6 slow exhales, no screens. Do this for 7 days and stack it on your food, oil, minerals, and legs. That's when the whole day flattens out. Steady mornings, calmer afternoons, real rest at night. Stay independent, enjoy life to the fullest. You've got this. Minerals, salt, and hydration, the Spark Kit. So now we power the system. Food loads the truck, legs deliver, light sets the clock, but none of it runs right without the spark. Your brain is electric. Tiny signals jump cell to cell, and those jumps depend on sodium, potassium, and magnesium. When they're low, life feels heavier than it should. You stand up and feel lightheaded. A name won't land. Your calves cramp at 2 a.m. You chase snacks that never hit the spot. That's not just age. That's low spark. Here's the plain English job list. Sodium pulls water into your blood so pressure stays steady and your brain actually gets flow. Potassium smooths nerves and helps your heart beat on rhythm, which calms your focus. Magnesium runs your energy enzymes and relaxes tight muscles so you sleep deeper and wake clearer. Miss one and the whole circuit sputters. Nail the trio and your head feels clean. Start simple with a morning mineral anchor. 12 to 16 ounces of water, a tiny pinch of mineral-rich salt, and a squeeze of lemon. It should taste barely salty, not like soup. That one glass turns plain water into usable water for your cells. Most people feel the lift in 10 minutes, less jitter, more on. If you hate lemon, a small splash of orange juice works. Hot day or a walk planned, take a second small glass mid-morning. Next, salt your real food to taste using a mineral salt, Redmond, Celtic, or Himalayan. Your tongue is smart. When you're short on sodium, food tastes flat until a normal pinch wakes it up. The second it tastes too salty, you've gone past what you need. This works best when your plate is whole foods, eggs, chicken, fish, beans, greens, potatoes, not bags of chips. Layer in potassium from actual food. Easy wins: potatoes with butter and salt, white beans on greens, Greek yogurt, tomato paste in sauces, salmon at lunch, a banana after a walk if you like it. Aim for a little potassium at each meal so the day stays smooth. You'll notice steadier heart rhythm on the stairs and quieter brain noise at 3 p.m. Now magnesium, the calm maker. Dark cacao nuts, seeds, and mineral waters help. If cramps, restless legs, or choppy sleep bug you, try magnesium glycinate with dinner. It's easy on the stomach and helps muscles let go. Start small. If you're on meds, especially diuretics or heart drugs, talk to your doctor first. Same if you have kidney disease. Safety first, always. Make a quick DIY electrolyte you'll actually drink. 16 ounces water, tiny pinch of mineral salt, squeeze of lemon, optional teaspoon of tomato juice, or a tiny drizzle of maple syrup if you've been sweating. Shake it. Sip it after your 8-minute leg block or with lunch. Store brands are fine if they aren't neon sugar bombs. Check labels. Common slip-ups I see all the time. Clear pee all day long sounds healthy, but often means you're washing minerals out. Front load your spark in the morning. Low salt mindset with low protein meals. You feel flat, then crush salty snacks at night. Salt your real food and the snack craving fades. Chugging water late, you'll just be up at 2 a.m. Move most fluids earlier and keep night sips small. Magnesium oxide, cheap but runs through you. Pick glycinate for calm or citrate for well plumbing. Tie the spark to your stack so it sticks. Morning mineral anchor, 5 minutes of light, 2 eggs or cottage cheese with berries and a pinch of salt. Mid-morning, your cod liver oil with food, then legs for 8 minutes to send nutrients. Lunch, a potassium food, potatoes, beans, salmon, and salt to taste. Dinner, finish 3 hours before bed, magnesium glycinate if you need it, lamps on, room cool. What should this feel like in 7 days? Fewer head rushes when you stand. A clean focus window late morning. Calmer heartbeat on stairs, fewer 2 a.m. wake-ups. Less I need something sweet at 9 p.m. and when you do a tiny recall drill after a meal, the names actually stick because the electricity is steady. Your 1-week spark plan. Daily morning mineral anchor. Every meal, salt to taste on whole foods, 1 potassium source. If cramps or poor sleep, magnesium glycinate with dinner. After legs, a few sips of your DIY electrolyte. Med check if you're on diuretics, BP meds, or have kidney issues. Fuel, spark, timing, delivery, that's the loop. Get the spark right and everything else clicks. Stay independent, enjoy life to the fullest. You've got this. Implementation, the 14-day recall ladder. We're going to stack wins in the right order so memory actually sticks. 4 rungs, 14 days, no heroics. Fuel it, spark it, time it, send it, then practice a tiny bit while the window is hot. Days 1-3, build the base. On day 1, box up corn, soy, canola, and vegetable oils. Put butter, olive oil, and tallow on deck. With your first meal, take a half teaspoon of cod liver oil mid-meal, then do 3 slow minutes of sit-to-stands. That's your send button. Day 2, repeat the oil and add a morning mineral anchor. 16 ounces of water, tiny pinch of mineral salt, squeeze of lemon. After breakfast, run the 8-minute chair to stairs, slow and stable. Day 3, flip breakfast to 2 eggs and greens with olive oil and salt. Step outside for 5 minutes of morning light, then hit the 8-minute legs. You'll feel a cleaner mid-morning window. Ride it. Days 4-7, lock the rhythm. Day 4, red 5 labels you use a lot: dressing, mayo, crackers, nuts, bars, and kill 2 with seed oils. Mix a 1-minute dressing, olive oil, lemon, salt, dab of mustard. Day 5, bump cod liver oil to 1 teaspoon meal. Pair it with eggs or yogurt most days to stack choline with DHA. Do legs right after breakfast or lunch. Day 6, add a potassium source at every meal: potatoes, beans, greens, yogurt, tomato paste, or salmon. If sleep or cramps bug you, take magnesium glycinate with dinner. Day 7, keep the exact wake time, dim lights 2 hours before bed, and notice how 3 p.m. is quieter. You've now got fuel, spark, timing, and delivery humming. Days 8-10, balance and real-life recall. After your 8-minute routine, add a 1-minute balance ladder at the counter. Feet together 20 seconds, then semi-tandem, heel to arch 20 seconds each side. Breathe slow. Then run 2 tiny recall reps each day tied to meals. At lunch, name 5 people you care about and say their birthday months out loud. At dinner, list the last 5 places you visited in exact order. Keep it spoken, not typed. Your training recall while nutrients and blood flow peak. Days 11-14, sleep tight and microbursts. 3 hours before bed, stop eating. 2 hours before, dim the house and drop screens to night mode. Keep the room cool. Fix your caffeine cutoff at noon or 1 p.m. Hold the same wake time through Sunday. After each meal, add a 2-minute microburst, 10 sit-to-stands, 10 calf pumps, or a hallway walk. It flattens sugar swings and boosts BDNF. Keep your teaspoon of cod liver oil mid-meal, eggs most mornings, mineral water early, and the 8-minute legs after breakfast or lunch. You're not chasing hacks, you're making your day predictable. Now 3 tiny trackers so you can see progress without turning into a lab tech. The name check: each morning recall 3 people you'll see or call today without looking at your phone. The stand test: time 10 slow sit-to-stands from a chair once a week. Smoother and safer beats faster. The sleep note: jot wake time and how many wake-ups you had. No judging, we're spotting patterns. Peek at these on day 7 and day 14. You should see steadier mornings, cleaner stands, fewer wake-ups. Common potholes to dodge: starting brain apps at night after a sweet dinner under bright lights, forgetting to salt real food then craving chips, drinking plain water late and waking up to pee, skipping legs on tired days. Flip each one. Do recall right after you move and eat. Salt whole foods to taste. Front-load minerals in the morning. On draggy days, just do 3 minutes of sits, minimum viable win. Travel day or grandkid chaos? Save the core trifecta: protein breakfast, 1 teaspoon cod liver oil mid-meal, and 3 minutes of sit-to-stands. If you can squeeze it, step outside for 5 minutes of light and sip a small mineral water. That keeps the loop spinning even when the plan blows up. What should you feel and when? By day 3, less woozy on stands and a cleaner late morning focus. By day 7, fewer lost name moments and a softer 3 p.m. dip. By day 14, stairs feel saner, balance steadier, and sleep deeper. You'll catch yourself putting the remote where it belongs and remembering that you did. Your 14-day ladder, all in one breath. Kill seed oils, start the dollar oil mid-meal, drink a tiny salty lemon water in the morning, eat eggs and greens, get 5 minutes of morning light, do 8 minutes of legs after breakfast or lunch, add potassium to each meal, magnesium with dinner if needed, dim evenings, keep wake time fixed, and practice 2 tiny recall reps a day while your window is hot. Boring, cheap, repeatable, and it works. Stay independent, enjoy life to the fullest. You've got this. Case stories: intention right arrow, obstacle right arrow, stakes right arrow, resolution. Jim wanted his keys back, just short trips at dusk to the hardware store and home. His obstacle was that thick morning fog and jumpy night vision. Breakfast was cereal and juice, nights were lit by the TV, and he'd started new blood pressure meds. If he couldn't turn it around, his daughter planned to park the keys for safety. That felt like losing his last bit of freedom. We set a simple plan: 2 eggs with greens and salt, a half teaspoon of cod liver oil at lunch for 3 days, then up to 1 teaspoon, 5 minutes of morning light, and 8 minutes of chair to stairs after breakfast. He cut screens at 8:30 and cooled the room. 10 days in, the counter guy's name landed on the first try. 3 weeks in, he drove at dusk with his daughter riding shotgun, calm hands, smooth turns, zero drama. Intention met fuel, spark, timing, and legs, and the keys stayed in his pocket. Rosa wanted to keep her spot in church choir and sing the whole set without clutching the pew. Her obstacle was a muffin and coffee spike right before rehearsal and long sits all morning. Halfway through hymn 2, she faded. If she slipped more, the director would rest her. That sounded like being replaced. We flipped it: cottage cheese with berries and a pinch of mineral salt 2 hours before choir, a teaspoon of cod liver oil with lunch, 5 minutes of light on the porch, then 3 minutes of sit-to-stands in the parking lot before she walked in. She dimmed her house at 8:30 and moved dinner earlier. In 2 weeks, she held pitch through the final verse, felt steady on the risers, and didn't need to grip anything. The director noticed her smile first, then the sound. Stakes gone, voice back. Mark wanted his stories to stop looping at dinner, and Ellen wanted to stop hovering on the stairs. Their obstacle was a slow drain: late-night TV glow, warm bedroom, seed oils and healthy snacks, and zero legwork. Money pressure was rising too. Care hours creeping up meant they might sell the house to fund help. We built a team rhythm: eggs and greens with mineral salt at breakfast, cod liver oil mid-meal, 5 minutes of morning light together, 8 minutes of chair to stairs after breakfast, and tiny microbursts after meals, 10 calf pumps here, a hallway walk there. Dinner moved 3 hours earlier, lights dimmed at 8:30, room cooled. By week 2, Mark's repeats were fewer. By week 3, stairs were quiet and safe. By week 6, care hours dropped from 4 to 2 most days. The house stayed. So did their weekends away. Carol wanted to memorize her grandkids' art order on the fridge: no peeking. Her obstacle was a 3 p.m. crash that wiped short-term recall. If she kept mixing them up, she felt like the checked-out grandma. We moved practice to right after lunch when the window is hot. Oil mid-meal, 2 minutes of step-ups, then she said the order out loud while standing tall. She salted her food, sipped a tiny electrolyte, hit 5 minutes of light in the morning. 9 days later, she nailed the order twice: no cheat. Small to others, huge to her. Identity back online. Andre wanted to keep running the Thursday card game: names, rules, light math. His obstacle was brain fog after sweet snacks and endless refills of plain water that washed minerals out. If he stumbled again, a friend would take over dealing. We fixed fuel first: 2 eggs and greens, mineral anchor in the morning, a teaspoon of cod liver oil with lunch, and 8 minutes of legs after. He salted real food, added potatoes or beans for potassium, and took magnesium glycinate with dinner. Cards moved to early evening with lamps on, not bright overheads. Week 1, clearer mid-game focus. Week 3, no rules slips, smoother tally. He stayed the dealer. Maya wanted to drive to her granddaughter's soccer games and climb the bleachers without the "Are you okay?" chorus. Her obstacle was fear on steps and that sweaty, wobbly feeling by the second flight. If it didn't change, she'd settle for live streams at home. We started rail-supported step-ups, slow marches, and lateral steps 8 minutes after lunch, plus 5 minutes of light, the dollar oil mid-meal, and salty broth at noon. She finished dinner early and cooled the room. 2 weeks in, 1 hand on the rails, steady feet. 6 weeks in, she climbed, sat, and cheered, no rescue squad. "I felt like me again," she said. Each story follows the same arc. Intention clear, obstacle relatable, stakes real, keys, voice, house, pride, seats on the bleachers. Resolution is the boring stack: eggs and oil, minerals and light, 8 minutes of legs, dim nights, early dinner, tiny recall while the window is hot, do it daily. Names land, steps calm, bills shrink. You keep your life, stay independent, enjoy life to the fullest. You've got this. Mistake reveal, the 5 silent brain fog triggers. Let's pull the curtain on 5 quiet habits that keep your brain stuck in first gear. Fix these and you'll feel the lift this week. Number 1, seed oils sneaking into healthy foods. You swapped your frying oil, great, but soybean or canola is still hiding in your dressing, mayo, hummus, roasted nuts, crackers, and bars. Fragile oils build fragile membranes, which means fuzzy signals. Quick fix: read the top 3 ingredients on the 5 foods you use most. If you see soybean, canola, corn, cottonseed, or sunflower, swap it. Make a 60-second dressing: olive oil, lemon, salt, pepper, tiny dab of mustard. Buy raw or dry roasted nuts. You'll feel steadier in 7 days. Number 2, boredom snacking. You're not hungry, you're restless. Those little bites ping your sugar, then crash it over and over, and each crash steals focus. Better play: anchor real meals with protein and color, then build bridge snacks that don't spike you. Try a hard-boiled egg with salt, Greek yogurt with walnuts and cinnamon, cheddar with apple, or sardines on cucumber if you're brave. When the "I need something" voice shows up, sip mineral water, wait 2 minutes, then decide. 9 times out of 10, the craving fades. Number 3, fake hydration. Clear pee all day looks healthy, but it often means you've washed your minerals out. Low sodium, potassium, and magnesium make you lightheaded, twitchy, crampy, and foggy at 3 p.m. Fix it with a morning mineral anchor. 16 ounces of water, tiny pinch of mineral salt, squeeze of lemon. Salt whole foods to taste. Add a potassium source each meal: potatoes, beans, greens, yogurt, tomato paste, salmon. If cramps or choppy sleep bug you, magnesium glycinate with dinner helps. Med check if you're on diuretics, BP meds, or have kidney issues. Number 4, late night glow. You nail breakfast and legs, then you torch it with a bright screen at 10:30 p.m. Blue light shoves melatonin back, clips deep sleep, and tomorrow your recall smears, balance wobbles, and cravings bark. Guard your evenings. 2 hours before bed. Lamps on, overheads off, screens on night mode, room cool, dinner done 3 hours before pillow. If you must check messages, do it under a warm lamp at shoulder height, not under a ceiling spotlight. Tiny night drink, warm water, lemon, pinch of mineral salt, calms the nerves. Number 5, skipping legs on tired days. That's the day you need them most. 3 slow minutes of sit-to-stands or heel raises at the counter flips blood flow, clears glucose, and nudges BDNF so your brain actually uses the fuel you already ate. Tie it to Q, coffee mug down, 10 sits. Lunch plate empty, 10 calf pumps. Dinner done, 2-minute hallway walk. No heroics, just send the signal. Here's where people usually mess up. They fix breakfast but keep the soybean dressing. They eat clean but graze all afternoon. They chug plain water at night and wake up 3 times to pee. They do brain apps at 7 p.m. under bright lights after a sweet dinner. They skip legs because they feel blah. Stack 2 or 3 of these and you'll feel okay. Stack all 5 and you'll feel old. You're not old, you're out of rhythm. Flip the switches. Do this today. Swap 2 labels that list seed oils in the top 3. Mix a 1-minute olive oil lemon dressing. Pour a small glass of mineral water in the morning. Set a dim now alarm 2 hours before bed. Promise 3 minutes of leg work on your most tired day this week. Watch what changes. Mornings feel cleaner, 3 p.m. goes quiet, names land more often, stairs feel sane. It's not a miracle, it's mechanics in order: fuel, spark, timing, delivery. Stay independent, enjoy life to the fullest. You've got this. Optimization: tier your upgrades. Let's make this simple to scale. We'll use 3 tiers: bronze, silver, gold, and you only move up when the current tier feels automatic for 7 straight days. No rush, boring wins last. Bronze is your starter kit, 3 moves. Kill seed oils in your kitchen, box up corn, soy, canola, vegetable oil. Cook with butter, ghee, olive oil, or tallow. Take 1 teaspoon of cod liver oil mid-meal daily. If you're new, start with half a teaspoon for 3 or 4 days, then go to a full teaspoon. Do 8 minutes of chair to stairs right after breakfast or lunch. Slow, steady, safe. You're ready to level up. Check. You reach for butter by default. The oil spoon happens without a reminder, and your 8-minute legs fire 5 days in a row. Silver stacks rhythm on top of fuel. 3 adds. 5 to 10 minutes of morning light within an hour of waking. A stable sleep window, same wake time daily, plus a 2-hour dim period before bed. 1 morning mineral anchor, 16 ounces water, tiny pinch of mineral salt, squeeze of lemon. You're ready to move. Check. Wake time consistent within 15 minutes, evenings dim on autopilot, no more than 1-2 a.m. wake up most nights, and that salty lemon water happens without thinking. Gold sharpens the blade, 3 upgrades. Protein target: 1 to 2 palm-sized servings each meal. Eggs, fish, chicken, beef, or Greek yogurt. Post-meal microbursts: 2 minutes after each meal, 10 sit-to-stands, 10 calf pumps, or a short hallway walk. Real-life recall cues while your window is hot. At lunch, name 5 people you'll text this week and say their birthday months. At dinner, list the last 5 parks or stores you visited in order, out loud. Your hold before you add more rule: sit at gold for 2 full weeks with 0 strain. If anything starts slipping, you don't add, you tight. Plateau plan, because it happens. First, audit the order: fuel, oil, legs, light minerals, then recall. If that's off, fix it. If the order's clean, tweak timing. Try oil with breakfast instead of lunch, or shift legs to the meal that gives you the longest clear window. Add a 30-second feet together balance hold after your 8 minutes, or tighten dinner so it ends 3 hours before bed. If cramps or choppy sleep nag you, swap in magnesium glycinate with dinner. And recheck labels: seed oils love to sneak back. Avoid 2 traps that wreck momentum: 1. Buying fancy stacks before habits stick. Pills don't build rhythm. 2. Cranking long, hard workouts on weak joints. You'll torch your knees and your willpower. Stay in the 8-minute lane. Add postage stamp microbursts after meals. That's how you win. Use a quick daily audit so you don't drift. Morning, light mineral anchor protein. Midday, oil mid-meal, 8-minute legs. Evening, dim 2 hours. Dinner done 3 hours before bed. Hit 2 out of 3 time blocks and call it a good day. Chase 3 tomorrow. When bronze and silver feel like brushing your teeth, gold turns recall into a normal part of meals. You'll shop with a 5-item list in your head. You'll greet 3 neighbors by name. You'll finish a call and remember exactly where you set the remote because you set it there on purpose. That's the signal your system works without you thinking about it. Stay independent. Enjoy life to the fullest. You've got this. Your next 90 days look like this. Picture day 1, cool air, soft morning light on your face for 5 quiet minutes. Breakfast is 2 eggs over greens with olive oil and salt. Lunch gets a teaspoon of cod liver oil, then 8 minutes of chair to stairs. You sip a small mineral water and notice your 10 a.m. window feels clean instead of buzzy. You walk to the mailbox with steady feet. That's week 1. By week 2, the seed oils are gone because your 1-minute dressing tastes better anyway. Light, protein, oil, legs, minerals click. The 3 p.m. crash shows up late and leaves early. 2 minutes of calf pumps after dinner smooths your night. You sleep deeper. You wake up steady. You feel proud in a quiet way, like you finally fixed a drip that drove you nuts for years. Day 30 rolls around and someone else says it first. You're not repeating yourself as much. Driving at dusk is calm hands, not white knuckles. Choir lyrics stick without the binder. You move soil in the garden because the bend doesn't feel sketchy. You start making small plans again, coffee with a friend, a weekend drive, a game night. At day 45, recall is just part of meals. Lunch, 5 names, 5 birthday months out loud. Dinner, last 5 places in order. You don't open an app, you don't need one. Stairs feel like stairs, not a puzzle. You greet neighbors by name and it lands right the first time. That quiet confidence spreads into everything. Day 60 widens your world. You book a 2-night trip without the maybe later delay. No wheelchair note, no what if I forget? Loop. Care hours aren't creeping up anymore, so the budget breathes. Your spouse looks less tense at bedtime. You both feel the time tax easing. By day 75, you tweak for fun. A tandem stance at the counter after your 8 minutes. Salmon cakes with lemon and salt for lunch. Oil mid-meal, then a short hallway walk. In the kitchen, you say an old friend's name you haven't said in years and smile when it lands. Day 90 feels normal in the best way. The memory graph that used to dive by mid-morning stays flat. You use 1 hand on the rail, not 2. You put the remote where it belongs and remember that you did. The where did I put it voice is quiet. The scary invoice path is no longer in your head every day. You feel like you hit a rough patch, you don't quit, you reset. Protein breakfast, 1 teaspoon of oil mid-meal, 3 minutes of sit-to-stands, 5 minutes of light, small mineral water. Back on track in 1 hour, not 1 week. That single skill, reset fast, keeps the whole 90-day arc alive. From here, you can stack clever recall links, names to places, songs to faces, but only after this rhythm is cemented. You built the engine, fuel, spark, timing, delivery. Now you enjoy the ride. Stay independent. Trust me on this one. You've got this. Credibility and belief builders. Let's be honest here. You don't need another shiny hack. You need proof this boring stack works in the real world. When clinics pair protein-forward meals with omega-3s, short leg strength blocks, mineral support, and morning light, people report steadier mornings, fewer 3 p.m. crashes, and better recall in normal life. Names, directions, meds, the whole deal. Not because of fancy gear, but because systems beat tricks. Food sets fuel quality. Legs deliver fuel and push BDNF. Light and sleep set timing. Minerals keep the spark clean. Stack them in that order and your head clears. Now you've probably felt a version of this on your best days. Good breakfast, a short walk, sun on your face, a salty broth at lunch, lights dim at night, and boom, your recall is just easier. The mistake is thinking that was luck. That was mechanics lining up by accident. We're just making that day repeat on purpose. While you might think the fix is more brain games, my fieldwork says drills stick only after you fix fuel and timing. Apps polish skills, energy builds learning. I've run this order: fuel, oil, legs, light, minerals, then recall across dozens of people with brain fog, low morning energy, and sketchy balance. The pattern holds. Once you eat protein first, add the dollar oil, push your legs for 8 minutes and get morning light. Recall reps actually land. Names show up and you don't have to fight for them. I've seen a retired teacher cut her memory slips in half in 3 weeks by flipping breakfast, adding a teaspoon of cod liver oil mid-meal and doing daily chair to stands. A mail carrier who got wobbly at 2 p.m. steadied stairs by pairing oil at lunch with microbursts, 10 calf pumps and a small mineral water. A granddad who feared night driving dimmed evenings cooled the room and fixed his light timing. 2 weeks later, dusk felt calm again. Nobody changed their identity. They changed order and timing. Here's the belief breaker: faster pacing and more coffee won't save your recall. My review of high retention routines shows the opposite. People do better with calm, clear windows that start with food and legs, not noise. The reason long videos and longer days feel tiring isn't your age. It's thin fuel and a drifting clock. Fix the base and your brain stops white-knuckling every task. This isn't just about nicer numbers on a watch time graph in your head. It's your life. It's keys and stairs and names and let's go instead of maybe later. And yes, it protects your wallet. The 2024-2025 median for memory care sits around $6,160 to $8,000 per month, plus a $3,000 plus entry fee. That snowballs fast. Each quiet habit here is a small fence between you and that bill. So why cod liver oil and eggs? Because the 1960s blueprint worked without the apps. DHA for flexible membranes. Vitamins A and D for vision, mood, and timing. Choline from eggs for acetylcholine, the press play messenger for memory and muscle. Then legs for delivery. Then light for the clock. Then salt and potassium for the spark. It's not trendy. It's tidy and it works. Picture your retention graph staying flat through late morning instead of diving. Imagine 3 videos of your own day, morning, afternoon, evening, where you watch yourself remember, not chase. That's the point. We're not selling magic. We're stacking mechanics so your brain feels like yours again. Stay independent, enjoy life to the fullest, and trust me on this one, boring wins. Concrete next steps. Here's exactly what to do today. Swap seed oils for butter, olive oil, or tallow. With your next meal, take 1 teaspoon of cod liver oil mid-meal. Step outside for 5 minutes of morning light. Then run 8 minutes of chair to stairs after breakfast or lunch. Make a small mineral water, 12-16 ounces, tiny pinch of mineral salt, squeeze of lemon. This week, flip breakfast to 2 eggs and greens with olive oil and salt. Keep the oil mid-meal, add 1 potassium food per meal and dim lights 2 hours before bed. After each meal, do a 2-minute microburst, 10 sit-to-stands or calf pumps. By day 7, check, names landing, steadier stairs, calmer 3 p.m. Transformation Challenge Next Step CTA. You now have the 1960s brain first blueprint: eggs for choline, cod liver oil for DHA and vitamins A and D, legs for BDNF, light for timing, and minerals for the spark, stacked in the right order so recall sticks. Your challenge: run the 14-day recall ladder and post 1 win below first and last name nailed, stairs felt steady, or 3 p.m. crash. Most will watch and wait. Be different. Start today. Ready to level up your balance and memory? Watch my deep dive on leg strength for brain health next. We'll hit glute med tricks, balance ladders, and the post-meal microbursts that lock recall in so you can stay independent and enjoy life to the fullest.